Mallards. It is Tuesday. It is not a game night, which means I am at Ginger's for the holiday that is watching Buffy and Angel. We've only watched one episode so far, but it was a doozy. This is the final season of Buffy. We just watched episode 10. We're getting ready to watch episode 11. For those of you who don't know, also spoilers for Buffy, I guess. It's old. Deal with it. But I haven't seen it before, so I'm going to let you know that I'm spoiling it. The first has arrived, which is like the first evil, the root of all evil. I don't know, the grandiose beginning of everything dark. And Buffy just gave the best speech. Just like completely beat to hell, looking like a hot mess, came in and was like, you know what? I'm standing on the edge of hell and I'm going to throw myself into evil and it's going to choke on me. Because the one thing that is stronger than evil is us, and there was, a lot more to the speech. But I really, really liked it. Like, you get them, Buffy. You tell them how it's gonna be and how you're gonna beat them. My only complaint thus far is that Faith isn't back yet. But I am sure she's coming, But there's still, 10 episodes left, so maybe it'll be a little bit. But, I'm ready. I'm ready for a Faith and Buffy team up and defeat the first. Bring it on. And we still got to watch one more episode of Buffy before we have to switch back to Angel. Although this episode is episode 11 and it's called Showtime. And Ginger said, ugh, Showtime's gross. So I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun. We watched another episode of Buffy. As Ginger promised, the Beholder thing, I can't remember what it was actually called.
The something eye.
Gorgonzola eye or something. Was kind of gross, but not as gross as I had anticipated. I think partially not as gross because it was smaller than I thought it would be. But it essentially looked like a giant eyeball, except that it was an eyeball that was covered in eyes. It was strange and a little disturbing. And also wholly unhelpful. It really didn't answer anything for, wow. Unfortunate for everybody trying to stop the apocalypse. And then we went back to Angel, where I totally forgot that they have a totally different apocalypse happening. Because you know what you need in the world? 2 apocalypses in California at the same time. Not 2 apocalypses in the world. I just want to point out, and actually, I don't even know how far Sunnydale is from LA. Ginger?
I think it's supposed to be Sunnydale's not a real place.
I know.
LA is. But I think it's supposed to be either mid-California or maybe, it seems too nice to be Fresno.
Yeah. But it's definitely still
maybe it's actually maybe further south, between maybe Rancho Cucamonga kind of area.
Ooh, okay. I was as a NorCal girl, it's definitely a SoCal place.
Yeah, but it's not. It doesn't feel like middle California. It feels.
I don't.
Maybe, probably Rancho Cucamonga kind of area.
I'm a Ginger. So, not only are there 2 apocalypses happening in California, but there are 2 apocalypses happening in Southern California. Because that's just kind of the world they live in 2003. We only have one apocalypse happening right now. No, that says air date 1/15/2003.
Oh, it had just turned 2003. We were in 2002 earlier.
Yeah. Yep. So there are 2 apocalypses happening in Southern California because when we got back to Angel, I'd completely forgotten that they'd raised some giant demon who made the sky rain fire. And in this episode, he took over Wolfram and Hart, which was kind of fun. We love it when an evil corporation gets their comeuppance, but then somehow they all turn into zombies. The jury is out on whether or not evil demon dude turns people into zombies, or Wolfram and Hart is you know what we have? We have a security protocol where we lock down the building and everyone who works here turns into a zombie when they die, and therefore they just kill the people who killed them, and it's, justice. And I don't know. Either of those are very believable in the world of Angel. Because that's
also,
what it's like.
Fair, when it comes to the double apocalypse thing.
Oh, yeah? You going to try and fill me in on the double apocalypse? All right, go ahead.
there's an apocalypse happening in Los Angeles, but there is technically an apocalypse happening all over the world in Buffy's thing, because there are potentials everywhere that are being killed. They blew up the freaking Watchers Council, like.
Yeah, but
that's a worldwide apocalypse. This is just a Los Angeles apocalypse.
Listen, here's the thing. In Angel, literal fire rained from the sky, which I guess probably isn't unusual in LA.
It really isn't.
But in Buffy, there's just a small group of hooded terrorists who are killing a few people. So, like, even though they're killing people all around the world, the whole world doesn't feel very apocalyptic. In fact, the first has literally raised, like, one bad guy. He's got a whole bunch of monks with no eyes that look like they stepped off of the set of Shadowhunters. I mean, except obviously it's the other way around because these guys existed before the characters in Shadowhunters. But wow, do they look like the monks, the Silent Brothers or whatever in Shadowhunters. Anyway, so they got a whole series of monks who just go around and kill people. And one original style vampire that Buffy has already killed. So as far as apocalypses go, like, I'm gonna go with the LA demon raining from the sky as, like, being, like, higher up on the creating an apocalypse list. The other guy is going after a specific sect of people, so, like, he's maybe on the list of genocide. So in Sunnydale, there's a genocide happening, and in LA, there's an apocalypse. That's my current verdict.
See, the thing is the entire season of Buffy is about this apocalypse, whereas, like,
Genocide. It's a genocide. They're only killing slayers.
It's an
Listen, I haven't seen the first kill somebody unrelated to Slayerdom this whole damn time. Give me an example.
Jonathan? All those random girls that
okay,
Spike killed.
You're right. So it is convincing some people to kill in order to, like, work them and also essentially get the Slayer to dislike them. Or, like, raise itself. But it's still, as far as the world goes, focused solely on Slayers and their Watchers. Like, it's a genocide of the chosen people, essentially. But that's fine. The whole season is this apocalypse. Maybe this apocalypse will get bigger, but it's still not fire from the sky and a building full of zombies. So, like, I'm just saying, Buffy, raise the stakes. I'm sure you will. And that's not to say that I don't enjoy the Buffy apocalypse better. I'm just saying it's less apocalyptic.
Yet.
Currently. Yeah, that could change. Listen, there's at least 10 episodes left of both shows. So, well, there are 12 episodes, I think, left of Angel and 10 episodes of Buffy. So, like, we got plenty of time for these apocalypses to come together and this demon and the first to make sweet love and have the ultimate apocalypse. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll have to wait and find out. But there have been some wild moments in both shows. Not the least of which was a constant focus on this poor Wolfram and Hart guy, Gavin, who we just saw over and over and over and over again.
That's because we love Gavin.
Okay. Somebody loves Gavin.
I mean, we love Lila.
Turns out
Lord.
Gunn is a person who loves Gavin because he killed him because he couldn't stand to see him as a zombie even though he hated him, which I thought was pretty funny. But by far, my highlight of these 3 episodes we watched is when a new Slayer comes to town and she arrives at the bus station and a bunch of those aforementioned hooded blind monks are there to kill her. And there are 2 of them literally just standing in between the buses. Hold on, let me get this plastic knife. They got these giant knives, and the 2 of them are just standing in between the buses, and they're like, hello, we have these knives. And they're literally just, like, sort of smiling. They don't have eyes, so pretend I don't have eyes. There we go, my eyes are closed now. So they're sort of smiling and waving their knives. And it was the dumbest. It literally looked like them being like, hello, we have knives and we will kill you now. But, like, they were completely unintimidating. And the girl was like, ah! And I was like, really? Really? Like, at this moment, I think I could take them, and I don't have any potential Slayer powers. They look so dumb. Anyway. Yeah, so if you've seen Buffy and Angel, please weigh in on which apocalypse you think is more important. And also, can we redefine apocalypse? Is it an apocalypse if it only happens in one location? I would say yes, because, like, biblically, like, Noah's flood was an apocalypse and in scientific terms didn't really destroy the whole world, but, like, let's talk about that. Tell me your definition of apocalypse. Like, does it have to destroy the world, or is just destroying LA apocalyptic enough? And if that's the case, what are the rules about apocalypses that just destroy certain people? I don't know. Like, is Buffy currently in an apocalypse, or are you on my side with a genocide? Weigh in down there in the comments, and I'll see you tomorrow.